Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for May 21st, read by Scott B. from Detroit, Michigan. AA Thoughts for the Day. Defiance. As psychiatrists have often observed, defiance is the outstanding characteristic of many an alcoholic. When we encountered AA, the fallacy of our defiance was revealed. At no time had we asked what God's will was for us. Instead, we had been telling Him what it ought to be. No man, we saw, could believe in God and defy Him too. Belief meant reliance, not defiance. In AA, we saw the fruits of this belief. Men and women spared from alcohol's final catastrophe. 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, page 31. Thought to consider. While it isn't always easy, if I keep it simple, it works. Acronyms. Love. Living our valuable experiences. Just for today. Beginning. From Tightrope. My sponsor was a living damper on my intolerance. But even more, he told me that it would be all right for me to doubt God. That AA was not a religious program and, to belong, I did not have to adhere to any set of beliefs. He suggested that for me a good starting point would simply be recognition of the fact that I had failed in running the world, in short, acceptance of the fact I was not God. He also suggested that I might try occasionally to act as if I believed. Somewhere I had heard that it is easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than to think your way into a new way of acting, and this made sense in the context of acting as if. 4th edition, Alcoholics Anonymous, page 366. Daily Reflections. A list of blessings. One exercise that I practice is to try for a full inventory of my blessings. As Bill sees it, page 37. What did I have to be grateful for? I shut myself up and started listing the blessings for which I was in no way responsible, beginning with having been born of sound mind and body. I went through 74 years of living right up to the present moment. The list ran to 2 pages and took 2 hours to compile. I included health, family, money, AA, the whole gamut. Every day in my prayers, I asked God to help me remember my list and to be grateful for it throughout the day. When I remember my gratitude list, it's very hard to conclude that God is picking on me. As Bill sees it, restore us to sanity. Few indeed are the practicing alcoholics who have any idea how irrational they are, or seeing their irrationality can bear to face it. For example, some will be willing to term themselves problem drinkers, but cannot endure the suggestions that they are in fact mentally ill. They are abetted in this blindness by a world which does not understand the difference between sane drinking and alcoholism. Sanity is defined as soundness of mind, yet no alcoholic, soberly analyzing his destructive behavior, whether the destruction fell on the dining room furniture or on his own moral fiber, can claim soundness of mind for himself. 12 and 12, page 32 and 33. Big Book Quote. Although financial recovery is on the way for many of us, we found we could not place money first. For us, material well-being always followed spiritual progress. It never preceded. Alcoholics Anonymous, The Family Afterward, page 127. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. One of the finest things about AA is the sharing. Sharing is a wonderful thing because the more you share, the more you have. In our old drinking days, we didn't do much sharing. We used to keep things to ourselves, partly because we were ashamed, but mostly because we were selfish. And we were very lonely because we didn't share. When we came into AA, the first thing we found was sharing. We heard other alcoholics frankly sharing their experiences with hospitals, jails, and all the usual mess that goes with drinking. Am I sharing? Meditation for the day. Character is developed by the daily discipline of duties done. Be obedient to the heavenly vision and take the straight way. Do not fall into the error of calling Lord, Lord, and doing not the things that should be done. You need a life of prayer and meditation, but you must still do your work in the busy ways of your life. The busy person is wise to rest and wait patiently for God's guidance. If you are obedient to the heavenly vision, you can be at peace. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be obedient to the heavenly vision. I pray if I fall, I will pick myself up and go on. Hazelton Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. My name is Scott, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.